about the flex.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Ozarks Sports Report YouTube show. Here joined by the head coach of the Crane Pirates, Coach Kevin Smith. And for today's show, we're going to be doing a weekly recap with the head coach of the Crane Pirates, Coach Kevin Smith. Recapping their games from the opening weeks of the season. The Pirates went undefeated. They played Conway, and the Pirates defeated Conway by a score of 66-33. Then the Pirates went on to the Diamond Varsity Boys Invitational. They played Joplin Thomas Jefferson and defeated Joplin Thomas Jefferson by a score of 67-38. Then got another win against Wheaton, and they defeated Wheaton by a score of 72-34. Then the Pirates moved on to the championship round, and they played a team not too far away from Crane here in Stone County, and that was Galena, and they defeated Galena by a score of 65-33. Then the Pirates opened the home side of the schedule and defeated Hurley by a score of 82-31. Then the Pirates welcomed another team from Stone County, and they defeated Reed Spring by a score of 80-60. Then the Pirates welcomed some Cardinals from Lawrence County, that was Miller, and they defeated Miller by a score of 77-50. So Coach Smith, what was the mentality that you guys had going into this season when you guys opened the season with Conway?
You know, we want to set out and do our defense and focus on guarding and controlling the game defensively and the tempo of the game, how it's going to be played. And usually we can do that. Not all the time. It does happen very well. But we want to first and foremost is guard people and be solid in our defense.
Be solid in the defense. And some things that we have to talk about is what stood out to you for this Crane team that did very well throughout the last couple of weeks of this season?
I think we're starting to guard a little bit better lately. This last week, we kind of got lax the 2 weeks before that, but I thought we were kind of setting in and guarding, and we get a reputation for that, and I think we've done a good job with that. And we rotate so many guys to keep fresh bodies in to play the tempo that we play. So I think that's been a forefront from the very beginning. I want to be able to guard people, and especially at the smaller school level.
Especially at the smaller school level is rotate. Bring out your starters, bring in some players to get some varsity experience on the hardwood for the Pirates. Now we got to talk about the advantages. What are the advantages that have worked so far for your team and almost any player that has worked so well?
I think right now it's our depth. We're playing 8 every night. Sometimes we slid into 9. We play 8 guys, and sometimes our 6, 7, 8 might be better than yours, but it's we don't miss a beat usually when those guys get in, so that's been really nice. I think that has been a forefront as how deep we can play, and we can play the tempo and the pace that we play also is a key factor.
One thing that we have to talk about, something that's imperfect, even though you guys have a perfect record of 7-0, are the disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages that have been going on for the Pirates on this hardwood, even though they are 7-0?
We really haven't shot the ball well yet as a team. People are still struggling shooting the ball. I don't think we're putting enough reps in on their own. So I think that we haven't shot well, and we're playing well defensively, but we haven't shot it consistently where I want to be.
Where you want to be. The Pirates have not shot it consistently where they want it to be. And now we got to talk about the corrections. You're going to be taking on Ashgrove, and then you'll take on Houston in the Blue and Gold tournament. Ashgrove, the game before Christmas, which is tomorrow night. So what's it going to be to make the corrections between this game and the game against Ashgrove?
Really, we'll just have to talk it out and make some just fly by the seat of our pants as we talk and get things ready for that, and hopefully we will. Then we'll have some 3 days of practice so we can get ready for the Blue and Gold and get ready for Houston. So really right now, just trying to tell them I don't like how we're guarding at times when we're bodying people 40 feet away. That's a problem for us. And then we put them on the line. So hopefully I can make that corrections verbally, and then we might try to make the correction physically in practice on Sunday and Monday.
Thing to work on in practice there on Sunday and Monday. And kind of scout me about Houston. They come out of Texas County, which is east of Springfield. So what is something that Houston does very well that you guys would have to be able to stop Houston when you guys go into the Blue and Gold?
Really, I don't know anything about them yet. I'm going to focus on that after tomorrow. I've got some films. I know they're going to be well coached by Rod Gorman. You coached forever at Rogersville, so I don't know much about them. I know they'll be well coached in what they do, so I'll start working on them on Saturday morning.
One player we have to talk about is your player of the week. So who would be your player of the week that has shined out on the hardwood for the Crane Pirates in the last couple of games?
I'd say Tyler Campbell's played really well on both ends, offensively and defensively. And I think that's been a plus for us. So I think if I'd say anybody, it'd be Tyler. Just, I don't like to recognize kids sometimes offensively, but I would have to recognize him defensively because that's what I hang my hat on. I hope he does too.
Hope he does too. And there are any final words you had to say to the coaches that you played from the first game you guys played until the game you just recently played against Miller? What would be your words to all the coaches that you've played throughout the last couple of weeks that you've played?
I think they're all going to get their stuff done, and they're going to focus on their own teams. Most of those guys we don't even see anymore. We'll see Galena again in season, but I think they're going to do what they do. They'll focus on putting their team together, and I think they'll all have successful seasons.
Here with Coach Kevin Smith of the Crane Pirates after that big 82-31 win against Hurley tonight. Coach Smith, what was your mentality that you had going into this game against Hurley?
We want to come in and really have a good home opener for us and guard the ball well, and we didn't do that very well at first, but I thought we'd come out better in the second half, and after that got a lot of kids in that kind of helped us along the way. So it's a good Stone County game, with a lot of good kids out there playing for their county.
A lot of good kids out playing for Stone County. And these two teams, Crane and Hurley, they're about 5 or 6 miles apart from each other, so it's a pretty heated rivalry between Crane and Hurley, isn't it?
Usually is day in, day out. I mean, I know they look forward to playing us and seeing us in the season, so I know that there's a close game and a lot of rivalry in there, so it's always been like that, I think.
It always has been. So what were some keys that you had going into this game against Hurley tonight?
I thought we could use our bench. We did a good job with our bench and using several kids. We ended up using a lot of kids, and we're very good at that this year, so I've really been pleased with that. That was our number one focus, was the bench.
You have a week off after tonight's game. You guys will be back home, and you take on another Stone County team, a much bigger school in Stone County. That's Reed Spring. So what's it going to be when to tame the Wolves of Reed Spring next Tuesday night?
We'll have to rebound. I'm very concerned about us rebounding because their size. They'll be 6'6" and several big kids, so we'll have to really focus on the boards and try to get the ball to the paint as much as possible.
Very final words you have to say to Coach Yates of the Hurley Tigers after that loss they had, you guys. What would be your words to Coach Yates of the Hurley Tigers?
He'll just keep digging in there, keep doing the things that he's going to be doing, and I'm sure he'll bounce back very soon. So, there's a lot smaller than us, but he'll get him going.
Appreciate the time, Coach Smith. Congratulations on win number 5, 1-0 at home. Let's go for 2-0 at home and 6-0 on the season. Talk to you against Reed Spring.
All right, sounds good.
Here with now Coach Kevin Smith of the Crane Pirates after that 80-60 win over Reed Spring tonight. Coach Smith, what was the chemistry they had going into this game against Reed Spring tonight?
Well, we really wanted to sit down and guard them and pressure the ball as hard as we could. That's what we're really good at. And that was the first foremost thing. We want to get pressure on the full court as hard as we could. And I thought we set the tone and the tempo by doing that right off the bat.
Right off the bat it was. And there was a chippy game between one player from Reed Spring and Lance Hafer. He was a little chippy tonight. So what did you tell your team when they were going up against Lance Hafer of Reed Spring?
We didn't think about too much of that part, but we knew we had to keep him in check, keep him in front, and box him out, and just be physical with him on the defensive end. So we wanted to get that done, and I thought we held him in check most of the time, but he's a great athlete, great player.
Great athlete and great player he is. And something happened at the end of the third quarter as Lance Hafer got 2 technical fouls. What I heard was he tripped Tyler Campbell, and then he may have stepped over Tyler Campbell to receive his second technical. So what was going through your mind? What happened through that part of the game?
I just told the boys to play level-headed and let's move on. Didn't get too worried about nothing. I said, we got to take care of what we do, and that's what we wanted to do. So that's what we did. I said, the whole time, let's just take care of our business, okay?
Tyler Campbell and Jacob Woodward were the lead scorers tonight. It took Isaiah Smith a little bit to heat up tonight, but he scored 14 points tonight. So what would be your words to Ty Campbell, Isaiah Smith, and Jacob Woodward tonight?
I thought, if I'm going to talk about one, I'd have to talk about Jacob did a great job. We've been waiting for those kind of breakout games for him. He was aggressive, and we've been needing that. I was really tickled and super proud of that. So Isaiah and Tyler doing what they do, but I was really glad Jacob got really going. I was really proud of him and his effort in that whole bit. So
you'll be staying home on Thursday night. You'll be welcoming the Cardinals from Miller to wrap up the first half of the season before you guys go out to the Blue and Gold tournament after Christmas. So what is it going to be to get win number 7 against Miller?
You know, Miller's really good. They're undefeated. I know they're playing tonight. They beat a nice Spokane team for the Marionville Tournament Championship. So we'll have to kind of regroup and get started tomorrow. And we know it'll be a slugfest and just kind of doing what we do. So look forward to that battle on tomorrow. 35
words you got to say to Coach Barry Yoakum of the Reed Spring Wolves. What would be your words to Coach Yoakum of the Reed Spring Wolves after that 60-8 or 80-60 loss they had to you guys?
You know, Barry's a classy guy. He'll do good stuff, and so he'll get his group going, and I know he will. So I wish them the best.
Appreciate the time, Coach Smith. Congratulations on win number 6 against Reed Spring. We'll talk to you tomorrow or on Thursday night against Miller.
All right, thank you.
We're joined by 2 Crane Pirates of Jacob Woodward and Tyler Campbell, who scored 17 and 22 points tonight against Reed Spring. Guys, what was your focus? What was your mentality that you guys had going against Reed Spring tonight?
Our mentality was just to go out and do what we always do and get the win, play together, and have fun.
Mentality was to get out, guard full court, and just do what we do.
Guard full court it was. And this Reed Spring team, they have a lot of big kids. You got players to foul out. You got one player ejected tonight in the game. So what did Coach Smith do to put the pressure down and keep the pedal to the metal against Reed Spring tonight?
He just made sure we kept our heads cool and didn't get caught up in the stuff they were doing and make sure we do things the right way.
Like Ty said, he kept our heads and a lot of prep. He warned us of the attitudes they have, so we knew what to expect coming into the game.
The warnings were issued for the attitudes against Reed Spring. And it got a little chippy at the end of the third quarter tonight as Lance Hafer, one of the big boys for Reed Spring, allowed two technical fouls to get tossed from the game tonight. So what was said, what happened on the court, what had aspired out when Lance Hafer got the 2 technicals tonight?
There's just a lot of talking between him and the crowd and our players, and then it just led from there. Coach just brought us over to the bench, cooled us off, and we kept playing.
It's just being competitive. Let the competitiveness get the best of them.
You guys will take on Miller tomorrow or on Thursday night to close out the first half of the season before Christmas. This is going to be the last game before Christmas. So what's Coach Smith's words going to be for you guys when you guys take on Miller before Christmas on Thursday night?
Keep getting better every day and keep playing together and be a family.
Just come ready to practice and play. Miller's been beating some good teams, so gotta be ready.
If there are any final words you have to say to Coach Barry Yoakum of the Reed Spring Wolves, what would be your words to Coach Yoakum of the Reed Spring Wolves after that 80-60 loss they had to you guys?
They have a good, solid team, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Appreciate the time, guys. Congratulations on that big win against Reed Spring. Let's go get Miller on Thursday night.
Thank you.
Now here with Coach Smith of the Crane Pirates after that huge 77-50 victory against Miller tonight. Coach Smith, what was the DNA that you had going into this game against Miller from Lawrence County?
You know, we want to come in and do what we do. We played several guys, played 8, got into 9 when the game was still heated, and that was really good for us. And then we also pressure the ball as hard as we can pressure it. We rotate so many guys in that, and we do all our different presses, so that was nice. The boys are just so fast with the ball and so quick, and we put so much pressure. We hopefully try to wear you down emotionally and mentally and physically is what we do, and usually, not all the time, but hopefully that's a good recipe for us to win.
A good recipe for it is to win. You guys have been playing a lot of teams in red. Hurley, Reed Spring, Miller. So that's a lot of teams to name out in red. So what was your chemistry against any team or any team who's wearing a red jersey?
Right now, I don't even look at the other jerseys. I just put them on the floor, the colors, and let you start doing what we do. So, but I think Miller's going to have a nice year. They've had a great year so far. They didn't play as well tonight as they can. Coach Klein will get them going, but they're going to have a great year for them.
Coach Klein did get Miller going. They came into this place 6-0. So was the mentality coming into this game, is to defend the hardwood here at Crane?
We wanted really to set in and do what we do. We knew that they were coming in 6-0, and we were 6-0. We wanted just to try to put what we do, control the tempo consistently, offensively and defensively, and I thought we did that from the get-go at our place.
Tyler Campbell and Wesley Branstetter were the lead scorers tonight, scoring 35 and 14 points tonight for the Crane Pirates. So what was their practicality? What was their chemistry that they had in the lab for the Pirates?
They just did what they do. I mean, Ty's doing what he does offensively for us. He shot it really well. He shot it really well the last 2 games, so that was good for him. I mean, he just kind of, when he starts making shots, he really starts shooting. That's fine by me. Otherwise, going to be a facilitator and a scorer. Wes is just Wes Branstetter, doing great things offensively and defensively. He's usually our defensive stud day in, day out, but he really worked hard and scored the ball well tonight offensively for us.
Wesley Branstetter did score the ball well offensively tonight for the Pirates. You're going to be taking on another set of Pirates, some Pirates in red from Ash Grove. And so what's it going to be when you guys travel to Greene County tomorrow to take on Ash Grove?
I'll probably get into their film tonight, early in the morning, and we have a short turnaround, so that'll be important to us. And hopefully we can come out with a win. I don't know much about them, really, because I had to focus on this game. So hopefully it'll be a good one for the Pirates tomorrow from Crane.
Be a good one for the Pirates tomorrow. And there were plenty of words you had to say to Coach Klein from the Miller Cardinals. What would be your words to Coach Klein from the Miller Cardinals when you guys took on them tonight here at Crane?
Keep his head up. He'll keep him going. He does a good job. We just happened to have their number tonight. Might not be the next time, but we did a good job for what we do.
Appreciate the time, Coach Smith. Congratulations on win number 7 on the year. Let's go get win number 8 tomorrow night at Ash Grove.
Sounds good. Thanks.
We're now with 2 lead scorers of the Pirates tonight, Tyler Campbell and Wesley Branstetter. Ty Campbell, who scored 35 points tonight, a career high for the Pirates, and Wesley Branstetter, who scored 14 points tonight against Miller. Guys, what was your chemistry that you had going into this game against the Cardinals from Lawrence County?
Our chemistry was just like every other game. Just come in, play together, and play to win.
Our chemistry, we kept our composure against the crowd. The team was trying them out, but we just kept our heads held high and just played through it.
Heads held high tonight against the Cardinals from Miller. And we thought it was going to be a close game. Miller came in 6-0 tonight against Crane. So what did Coach Smith tell you guys to get win number 7 on the year against Miller?
He said that they're going to be a really tough team. We can't overlook them. We never overlook anybody. And to go in and play our game.
He told us to play as a team, just keep them off the boards, and that's about it.
Keep them off the boards, and 2 big boys were some big keys tonight against Miller. So what would be your words to Miller's lead scorers tonight that they took on when they took on Crane tonight?
They're good scorers. They're good at what they do. They're tough and physical, and good luck for them for the rest of the season.
They did a good job. I mean, they're a tough team. I mean, you can't just go undefeated 6-0 and can't overlook them.
Can't go undefeated 6-0 and just overlook them. And now you guys got Ash Grove coming up. You're going to go up to Greene County and take on Ash Grove. Some red Pirates are going to be taking on. So what's it going to be when you guys take on the red Pirates from Ash Grove?
Well, like I said earlier, same as always, just go in and play our game and play together and have each other's backs.
If there are any final words you had to say to the head coach from Miller, what would be your words to the head coach from Miller after that 77-50 loss they had to you guys?
They have a really solid team this year, and just to keep playing and keep working every game. And good luck the rest of the season.
They did a pretty good job keeping us, slowing us down, but I'll wish them good luck for the rest of the season.
Appreciate the time, guys. Congratulations on that win against Miller. Let's go get Ash Grove and Houston tomorrow night and in the Blue and Gold tournament.
Thank you, sir.
A lot of success in the season. That will wrap up our show for today. We hope you enjoyed our show. We hope you enjoyed us sitting down with the head coach of the Crane Pirates, Coach Kevin Smith. If you'd like to stay connected with the Crane Pirates through their social media, be sure to like them on Facebook. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram. Usernames for Twitter and Instagram are Crane Hoops. Once again, Crane Hoops on both Twitter and Instagram. If you'd like to stay connected with Ozarks Sports Report through our social media, be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and check out our website. Our website is ozarksportsreport.wixsite.com/ozarksportsreport. One final time, we want to thank head coach Kevin Smith for sitting down with us to recap the past couple of weeks for the 2019-2020 spring season. For one final time, I'm Adam Smith from the Ozarks Sports Report saying, have a good night, everybody.